Yo, what is good, YouTube? Krishan checking back in with another video. You guys are currently looking at the latest updates of our reigning Mr. Olympia Big Ramy, who is looking massive ahead of this year's Olympia. Now, in a recent podcast with Dennis James, Dennis said that they're working to bring Ramy's lower lats up. They've been doing a lot of massage work to help Ramy be able to engage the area a lot more. As we all know, Ramy's back was a lot better earlier in his career, but somehow either from a lot of scar tissue buildup or probably from a bad injury, he no longer has those lower lats. I feel like this is an issue they probably should have been addressing sooner, but hopefully Ramy is able to improve the lower lats. I mean, he's already won 2 Olympias without them, so if they're able to come up, they will make him even more dominant. And in the next update of the day, you guys are looking at the most recent updates of Hunter Labrada, and this is the best Hunter Labrada I think I've ever seen. Hunter really impressed me with these updates. And Nick Walker versus Hunter Labrada this year, I was leaning toward Nick Walker, but after these updates, I'm not sure about that, man. Hunter's structure is absolutely insane, and the back does still need to come up, but Hunter already has a lot more detail. The back has definitely come up since last year, and when he hits the rear leg spread, just look up how much space the back takes up. This is going to stand out on the stage. Keep in mind, Hunter is also an incredible poser, of course, being the son of Lee Labrada. Hunter is also 5'9", and as we all know, 5'9", 5'10" is like perfect bodybuilding height. Great structure, man. I'm excited to see Hunter at this year's Olympia. I think he's going to bring his best. And switching over to Hadi Choopan, these are the latest updates from him. And be sure to go subscribe to Hadi's YouTube channel at Hadi Choopan. Now, Hadi is very conditioned here as usual. But when you guys are taking a look at Hadi's side leg, do you guys think this will be competitive with Big Ramy? Is the side leg of Hadi Choopan even in the same league as Big Ramy? Of course, he's conditioned. He has these deep lines. But as I've said numerous times, I feel like Hadi's getting outsized in these lineups, especially from the side. Hadi brings some of the best conditioning, muscle quality striations on the stage. But overall, I still think he needs to bring a little bit more size. Now, from the latest updates I've been seeing of Hadi Choopan, it does look like he's going to come in bigger at this year's Olympia. But will it be enough to finally win the Olympia title? Now, switching over to William Bonac, this is the most recent update from him. And William is just looking bubbly and muscular, man. Now, as we can see, Gyno definitely fixed. Midsection looks to be in control. And I know a lot of people may say, well, he doesn't have the smallest midsection. But a lot of people say Nick Walker can win the Olympia. You know, Nick Walker can be second. When you place Bonac next to Nick Walker, no offense, but Nick almost makes Bonac look aesthetic. But I'm very excited to see Bonac at this year's Olympia. I honestly think some people are still counting him out. You know, Bonac could be as high as top 2. Now, switching over to Charles Griffen, this is the latest update from him. And when Charles hits this vacuum in the lineup, guys, I'm telling you, with the crazy arms, definitely going to stand out. And going into this year's Olympia, you have to think that Charles Griffen could potentially break into their top 10. Earlier this year, he did beat Mo Shaban in Cali. Shaban was 10th at last year's Olympia. But granted, this Olympia will be a lot more stacked. But I think Charles will still surprise some people. And winning today's Yamamoto Cup and headed to this year's Olympia was Vlad. Definitely an incredible showing. There isn't too many pictures floating around about this competition yet, but once we get them, I will loop them into a news video. But we had Vlad winning the show. To the left of him was Muhammad Al-Imam in second. Andrea Shaw to the right in third. Jamie the Giant was in fourth, and Roman Fritz came in fifth. Crazy condition as usual. Actually, I had Andrea Shaw winning this show. I believe I had Vlad in third. So huge prop to him. He is going to the Olympia. Now, we also had a guest posing from Quinton Eriya recently. Quinton looks absolutely incredible, man. And I'm glad that he looks a lot more comfortable here. If you guys remember back to Tampa in Texas when Quinton was posing, he was doing a lot of shaking, which was making it very hard to focus on his physique. But he seems a lot more calm here. And as you guys can see, he is still enjoying this rebound phase. Even from behind, the back looks a lot better. But of course, if he was to dive down, you know the weakest body parts are the ones to leave first. But I'm honestly just glad to see Quinton owning the stage and enjoying what he's doing. Very bright future for this guy, and hopefully we get to see him on stage in not too long. Also, guest posing was Brett Wilkin. This was a short one. Brett just hit a couple of most musculars. But Brett did confirm he will be doing this year's Romania Pro, so we will be seeing him in about 9 weeks. I'm excited to see Brett. A lot of people wrote him off after the Arnold Classic, but taking 6th place in your first Arnold Classic, very stacked lineup. William Bonac, Brandon Curry, Samson Dowder, Steve Kuklo. Brett has nothing to hold his head about, and hopefully he brings a great package to Romania and gets to the Olympia. Now switching over to 212, this is the latest update from Ping Yunlong. And I wonder how Ping is going to stack up at this year's 212 Olympia. You know, is he a first call-out guy? Is he a second call-out guy? Ping is a little bit taller for this division, but he has a crazy wow factor as we've seen at the Thailand Pro. So you guys let me know in the comment section below. You know, where does Ping place in the 212? You know, 5th, 6th, you know, 9th, 10th? I'm honestly interested to know. Now switching over to classic physique, Breon Ansley also guest posed at the same show as Quinton Eriya. Now, as I mentioned in my last video, this is Breon's last year in classic physique. But honestly, even if he was to compete in 212, I believe it would be very, very hard for him to be competitive there. You know, we have Kamal El Gardney, Sean Clarita, Derek Lunsford, don't know whether he's coming or going, but Keon Pearson, very, very hard for Breon to beat some of these guys. And it's also very hard for him to beat the guys in the classic division, you know, Chris Bumstead, Terrence Ruffin. Honestly, Breon is in a very tough spot. My favorite physique out of any of the divisions today, but I really don't know what Breon should do. 212 is tough, classic is tough. I don't want to tell Breon to retire, but I just don't think the physique he's bringing is the physique they're looking for in classic. Breon just doesn't have the quads, and classic is seeming to really put emphasis on the bigger quads. Breon still has one of the best upper bodies, but I don't know. You guys let me know. What do you guys think Breon Ansley should do? And in the next update of the day, these are the latest updates of Elliott Dermond at 12 weeks out from NPC Nationals. And Elliott said he's actually 5'9", sitting at 250 pounds right now. But to be 12 weeks out, the conditioning is already crazy, man. And once he brings the back up, he already has a lot of definition there. But once he gets more density, he's going to have little to no weaknesses. And I'm very excited to see this guy earn his pro card. Now switching over to Andrea Shaw, who did a recent guest posing at the Savannah Pro. You're looking at our current reigning 2-time Miss Olympia. And I think she is just as dominant in women's bodybuilding as Chris Bumstead or Big Ramy is in their respective divisions. Andrea was in a league of her own last year. Second place was Hella Trevino. Taking nothing away from her at all, but Andrea is just, you can see why she is our Miss Olympia. But I thought this was interesting to share. I don't think I've shared Andrea in a while, my favorite female bodybuilder. And going into this year's Olympia, I'm pretty sure she's going to earn her 3rd title, as well as Chris Bumstead and as well as Big Ramy. And ending this video with my archive of the day, you guys let me know in the comment section below which legendary bodybuilder is this. As always, I hope you guys did indeed enjoy this video. If you haven't done so already, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Krishan from Go Fitness, and that's it. I'm out.